Okay, now I'm ready to wind on. So I'm just going to wind here until it gets down to here. And when it gets down to here, we need to either add paper or sticks. And I know people are wondering what we should use. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use, I'm going to use both. But first, I'm going to use sticks so that you can see how to use the sticks. So I'm going to wind this here. I'm going to put a stick in. Then I'm going to wind a little bit more and put another stick in. Wind a little bit more. And at the beginning, I like to put like 4 sticks because of the, back up a little bit, because of the strings. Now, at this point, I need to cut my choke tie because it has done its purpose. And I don't dig in. I never dig in this way because I don't want to cut these precious blue threads. So I just go and I just cut my knot. And then if I just do a little picking, it just comes out. Okay, now we're ready to wind on some more. I'm going to grab some more sticks. And I usually put, I mean, the big question always is, how many sticks do I use? Okay, now I've gone around about once, twice, take a couple inches at a time, and you want it very tight on the back, very tight. So I'm going to push down with all my might, my weight, push, push, push. And now I'm going to push again, push, 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 and push. And this is tightening the whole time on the back beam. Okay, now we're going to wind again. So they don't have to be totally equally. It's just, I do a little eyeball, like I don't have a stick right here. So now I'm going to put a stick right here. And now if you do it all equal, then they're going to stack up on each other. We don't want them to be totally on top of each other. We want them to be at intervals so that we still have a circle back there. Okay, I've gone a couple times again, so now I need to wind again. So I'm going to come back, tighten them, tighten, tighten, tighten. Most important part, if you have troubles with a warp, it's usually because you haven't gotten it on the warp beam just right. Now, I do want to say too, that sometimes if you have a messy warp, trying to get a messy warp, I'm not very good at it. What I do when I have a messy warp where it looks like they are not quite right, some are longer than the others, I do a nice jerk, and the jerk makes it nice and straight. Now, I know some people like to use this thing right here and comb. No, 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 no combing. The more you comb, the more trouble you're going to have. Okay, more sticks. The more sticks, the merrier. I like to keep them nice and straight. And the one good thing about warp sticks is when you're using your warp, then you can pick up your warp sticks and your area is always clean. You don't have all that paper. Okay, tighten it up one more time. 2 inches at a time. Pull, 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 pull. And this is not, I mean, it's sore on my hand. I really do push down very hard to get it nice and tight on the back. Okay, we're going to put a couple more sticks in. And so, And you're going to be going just probably about this far. This far is far enough. Now, what I'm going to be doing again is, so we have this nice little roll on the back. You have your leaf sticks in, you're kind of ready to thread your loom. But since this is a back to front, and I want to show you a little bit more than just this, I'm going to take this off. There's all my sticks I used. Okay. A little bit more. So now that I made a mess, I use sticks even if I have a 30-yard warp. I use lots and lots of sticks because they're just, if you're teaching a class or wanting everything to stay nice and clean by your loom and you don't want that extra cardboard there, then it's better to use the sticks. I also like using cardboard because it's just easy to wind on. Okay, so now we're going to wind, and this time we're going to use corrugated paper. And I really like to use corrugated paper as well. It's easy. So I'm going to go again. We're going to go down again. We're going to take the corrugated paper. Make sure that you start it going straight. So we're going to go like this again, around a couple times, and pull, 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 and pull, 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 and pull. And around a couple times, and pull. And if you see that on your leaf sticks, they're getting a little tangly, it's best if you just take your fingers and just separate them. See, I have one right here that's, wanting to be a little knotty. So I just am separating it out a little bit. Okay, wind it. Right, and pull down hard, down hard, hard, and hard. Okay. Now, winding on again. Times. It's a little faster to do the paper. And don't use lightweight paper. It has to be heavy paper if you're going to do that. Okay.
What if you have a loom with a sectional warp beam and you're not warping sectionally and you don't really have a place for sticks or paper? You just have a bunch of spikes.
Well, usually you don't need either one because the circumference is big enough that it's used to doing that, but you really do need to pull as you're winding, pull, pull, pull. You can put sticks in between those spiky things, whether they're wood or whether they're nails. You can put sticks in there if you want to. Okay, I am done with this part. And so I do want to say that sometimes people like to put their rattle on the back. I like it here because at this point, I can just go like this, and then it's out of my rattle, and I am ready to start threading. I'm going to wind it on just a hair more. So now I can get rid of my rattle, done with that little bob. So now I'm going to start threading.